Amazing vocals, poetry, and dance in San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company's award-winning show, I Too Sing America, performing in San Francisco. And here to tell us more is the company's co-founder and artistic director, Rodney Earl Jackson, Jr. Hello there. Welcome to Bay Area Focus.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. First, I want to ask you, being a San Francisco native, how does it feel to be here at home contributing and playing a big role in the theater scene?
Feels incredible. I'm such a blessed young man to be a performer who's traveled the entire country, the world, been on Broadway, and now I get the honor, I believe, to create work for, of, and by my people here in San Francisco.
Overall, what significance would you say the San Francisco Bay Area Theater Company brings to the Bay Area?
I think a lot of us are homegrown. And I think that significance is really, really rich because we help to give to this city that helped to raise us in return.
And I Too Sing America is being called a vibrant show filled with inspiration. What is the message of this award-winning production?
Our story is joy, and our message is to really live in and exist in the stories of people who look like us, people of color that don't always get the credit they're due. I feel like trauma becomes the normal, trope of our stories, but we are lively, vibrant humans, This is our outlet to express and showcase who we are, Today's society needs to have more joy from people who are Asian and Latin and all the people who are BIPOC. And I think our show, I Too Sing America, sums that up wonderfully.
Yes, all the people. And who would you say is the target audience? Who are you hoping to reach here?
All of us. We're mainly young people because we are the future. And I believe that the next generation needs to see this so that they can continue to hold this baton. I learned a lot from my ancestors and my elders, being in my 30s now, and I understand how important it is for legacy, passing the torch down to the next generation so that we can continue this fight. That was John Lewis's biggest trope, that good fight, how he could pass that energy to the people who need to hear it the most. So I feel like our young people, which is why actually we have student matinees for our shows. We have a lot of youth tickets and accessibility so that we can get a lot of young people into the audience to see this production.
Yeah, to reach as many people as possible. And we know the pandemic pretty much shut down everything, right? How did your theater survive?
Speaking of being, young, I feel like being young and ambitious was how we survived. We didn't take no for an answer. And we were just exploring all of the different kinds of options in order to fulfill our mission, which is to unite artists and audiences. So we did these weekly, sometimes monthly concerts online on Twitch. And we just wanted to continue to connect as much as possible. I know, and also I don't want to say that, people who took a break, that was important for their health as well. Those are important steps. For us in the moment, we wanted to connect. That's how we leaned in, and we did. And we kept an audience and kept a presence, and I think it's definitely been doing us a lot of good work.
And there's more. You're now able to help make an economic impact. More than 24 people are employed with this production, right?
Absolutely. We have a lot of employed local artists, all being Latin, Black, and Asian mainly. And we've just been blessed to get some good funding sources from people who see what we're doing, why we're doing it, and that why is so strong, and they want to support us. So we've been blessed. SFBATCO, sfbacco.org if you want to support us. We've been just a incredibly blessed performing arts collective, and we want to share it with our community with I Too Sing America.
And let's talk more about those blessings and that funding. How vital is funding from the Dreamkeeper initiative for you?
Dreamkeepers initiative, the redirection of funds from the SFPD to the Black community in San Francisco. What an incredible cultural narrative that is so necessary right now, to really invest and the people who need it the most right now. And the Black people, the Black San Franciscans, I'm speaking for specifically, need it the most. And our leaders, our mayor, our director of the Human Rights Commission, they've been just instrumental in making sure that the people who really need the money right now and resources are getting it, especially during a pandemic when we know Black and brown people are the most affected. And what do we turn to during a pandemic? The arts. So our Black artists are here to serve, and we need our resources to continue to do that. So the Dream Keepers, instrumental. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely, and this is pretty exciting as well. Tell us about the new Roots Theater Festival. Sounds like quite the collaboration.
Yes, the New Roots Theater Festival was created by myself and my good collaborator, Aida Pirzada, last year. The vision of it was to bring together a whole bunch of artists of color, performing artists, theater companies of color, to be under one roof, to all showcase our art together. So often we're like siloed, and we need to have that root to bound us together. The New Roots Theater Festival. Again, I'm using a lot of intergenerational metaphors because I believe it's important. We're the younger generation, and the next generation is going to help teach us and guide us. And we also need to support them in this new age of technology and progress. So we're working in tandem with older companies, with younger companies, to create work together under one roof at the Brava. We're going to do it again this October, inviting some more companies of color to join us. It's so exciting. So hopefully we'll talk again before October.
We can make that happen. And overall, what do you hope the audience walks away with when they leave I Too Sing America? I know you talked about the joy aspect.
Yes, we're going to have an album coming out soon, so please looking for that. The music is so amazing. Othello Jefferson, he really put his foot into this work. The poems were by poets of color, Langston Hughes, Gwendolyn Brooks, and others, and he was reading them to his daughters, and he started to just compose and make songs and sing them to his daughters. I want them to leave with the music. I want them to leave with the message that they are a part of this story. They are a part of this narrative, because we are all American, but we don't always feel it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we feel like we're a colony in this nation that we live in. But this show is a permission, the acceptance to understand that you are an American, you are vital, and you are seen.
Rodney, it's been a joy talking to you.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon, won't I?
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We'll get that next interview scheduled right after this. And
Wonderful.
You can catch I Too Sing America tonight. The last performance is happening at Brava Theater Center in San Francisco. For tickets, go to sfbatco.org.